Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your mid-May tarot forecast, and your theme is the Five of Cups. So there might be a bit of a disappointment, setback, putting things into perspective, but it really all is about perspective. Now this is a minor arcana, it's not a major arcana, so it's not going to be like the biggest disappointment in your life by any means. In fact, there might be like a little bit of a pattern, so you already might know kind of what I'm talking about. And also it's 5, so 5s are extra mutable. It's very easy to move out of those, okay? And into something, you know, better, but it's almost like it could go like 50-50 for you, but it's all about the way that you think. So let's see what else is in store for you for the rest of this month. So I am trying a new, ooh, oh my God. I'm trying a new spread. It's called the Kachina knife. Let me know what you think. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, things do turn out well for you in the end. Trust me on that one, but holy moly. Wow, this is definitely about another person. So like the question that I ask is, what does Capricorn need to know about a particular person or situation or event for, you know, mid-May? Let me know how you like this reading. I'm going to read the first layer, and then I'm going to pull a few clarifying cards, then some advice cards. Definitely make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards. Okay, so whatever this is, we've got in the background leading into the situation, the Wheel of Fortune. So this was super unexpected. Most likely like you and this other person didn't expect it. Okay, this could be so many things to say. I'm trying to say them all at the same time. So I feel like you are coming up as the Queen of Cups. So you may have offered your love to someone, and it could have been romantic, but it also could have been, a friend, or it could have been like you offered something that was like an emotional opportunity. So it could have been, you know, you gave someone an offer or an opportunity of something, and it came from the heart. You did it because you're like, this is the right thing to do, or it was an emotional decision. Maybe you wanted to make them feel better. Maybe you reached out to someone. But this person, I'm sorry, they're not in a good way. Like they're coming up, this other person is coming up as the Five of Swords, right? And we've got 5, 5. So it's like this super stuck energy. They're trapped in their mind, and they are kind of, I feel like, so this is a very controlling, right? They need to be in control. They're very determined and stubborn with their perspective and the way that they think. It's like, this is the way that I think. Like, it's just like there's no budging them really. And there's no point in really trying, to be honest. So I feel like, yeah, they're just not in a good way. But when I see this card, and when someone has this energy, it's normally because something happened that was unexpected, okay, right? That kind of made them feel that were out of control, so they kind of had to get back into control, but they're going around it in not the best way. It's like their ego's gone in a negative way, okay? Now, what's between you and this other person is the Two of Swords. So I think it doesn't necessarily, so this is a whole bunch of nothing, and lack of action, maybe lack of talking, maybe there's been some sort of a peace offering, or whatever is between you, it's like not much is happening. So maybe you've kind of reached out to them, for example, like something happened that was unexpected, okay? An unexpected situation, could be the quarantine, I don't know. It could be something else too, because there's definitely like a pattern to it, right? But I think that nothing's really happening. It's not like you guys are warring or fighting overtly, so it's not like you're necessarily having a spat. If you are, then it's going to be super passive aggressive and more like taking a million freaking years to actually respond to a text, or not really saying what they think, or they're just not in a good frame of mind. So then the thoughts and the words that come out or are written or spoken are just very like, very kind of stuck energy, very controlled, very definitely not expressing the way that they really feel, and they don't even know really how they feel. So this ultimately is the outcome and this is interesting. I'll be able to say more when I pull a few more clarifying cards. But the outcome is the 10 of Cups. So I feel like, but I don't see that this is like for you. I think both of you will kind of end up happy, but not necessarily together. And look, this is just the outcome. It's not necessarily in 5 or 10 years from now or whatever, right? But the outcome is that I think both of you will eventually come to peace with yourself, or if you guys are together, you haven't broken up or anything, and you might be presenting to the community that you're still, oh, everything's so fine, but it's not. It's a facade. Because what's really happening, like this other person, like also their outcome is a 3 of Swords. So I feel like this could be a number of things. They might end up, you need to like just listen to what might resonate with you, because I'm just saying various options of what it might be. Remember, these are general readings. So this other person, they might end up cheating, or they might think that you have cheated, or that they have been betrayed, or they betrayed you. And you guys used to get along, but you're so not getting along. You're not talking, really tense. There really is no reasoning with this other person right now. They're just in their mental state is just not in a good way. But yeah, both of you are going to be trying to put on a happy face, and you genuinely do want this relationship to work, and you are putting effort towards it, right? You came up as the Queen of Cups and also the Queen of Wands. Like you really do love and care about this person, and you feel a spiritual connection, and you're trying so hard to be positive, and you are really strong. But I'm sorry, like they're just not in a good way. They're in a weak place. Their mind is just not in a good way. But yeah, I just think that you guys both will be presenting, oh, we love each other so much and we're so happy, but like it's only you are the one who would be more happy in the situation. They're not happy, right? And that might change, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't see you two getting along right now. I'm gonna pull a few advice cards, and definitely make sure you stick around for the Destiny cards, all right? So let's get some advice cards for Capricorn. And remember, like, this might not necessarily, it could be a lover, friend, family member, work colleague, but it's, regardless, it's someone that you used to get along with really, really, really well. All right, advice cards. And there have already been probably, looks like, previous ups and downs in your relationship, like upsets, a bit like an emotional roller coaster, I would say. All right. Advice cards for Capricorn in this situation, please. Thank you. All right. Wow. Holy moly. Okay, so first advice card is the Death card. So this could be one of two things. It's not a literal death, okay? But anyways, the point is that the way that, look, something happened in the recent kind of past that just switched everything up, right? It's changed everything, right? The way that your relationship was, it will never be the same again, right? It could be that the relationship is coming to an end, or the way that it used to be is coming to an end, okay? So I don't see right here any breakups in the near future. Like, it could happen for some of you. For some of you, it might just change the way that things are forever. But like regardless, your advice is that you need to let go of the relationship that is dying, right? It could potentially be resurrected, or not resurrected, sorry. Reborn into something new, or it could just end completely with this person. But you need to know that, like, this is difficult because it is coming to an end. It's inevitable, and it may have been actually coming for some time, and maybe if you reflect a little bit, you might know what I'm talking about. But it's like you're about to turn a corner to something better, but you don't see what's around that corner. You don't even maybe see the corner, but it's still like, it's the end of the end. Yeah, anyways, or the beginning of the end, but the ending is coming. All right, so second advice card, we have got the Empress. So the Empress is the queen of the deck. She takes really good care of herself. So you really need to treat yourself like a queen, and like be like a mom to yourself. And so that self-care, you know, really caring about how you look, making sure you're eating well, you know, whatever it is, excuse me, to take care of yourself. That could be going into nature, getting exercise, etc. But literally, like, treat yourself like a queen, okay? Third advice card, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like it could be that you're 80% through the kind of this relationship ending. That's a small portion of you. But I think for a lot of you, it's saying, you know, just keep hustling, keep working. Things with work, I feel like, are likely going well, or they will go well, because you're just being told, keep working, keep working, keep working with whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is you're working at, whatever project you're working on, just keep going. And that project could also be your physical body, or finances, investments, stuff like that. Fourth advice card is the Eight of Wands, and this is like a whole bunch of messages. So I feel like you might be getting a whole bunch of intuitive spiritual messages coming your way, and just to, you know, be ready to actually listen to them. There might, it's very fast moving, and things might start happening really, really fast. It's very fast moving energy, and I think a whole bunch of stuff is going to start happening, so just be ready for it. Definitely. And pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. You're about to pick your own destiny cards, and I definitely feel like you need it. So please comment below if this reading has resonated with you. If you like the Kachina knife so far, I want to hear your opinion and what you think. And what is it that happened with this Wheel of Fortune in the past? Like, what was this unexpected occurrence that put you in this situation where, in a sense, like, it's not quite, but you kind of are almost at odds with someone, but not really. It's not overt. So who is this person? Like, what is going on? And yeah, like, what, it seems definitely like a very tense energy between both of you. And you know what? You might kind of end up together. The only way you would stay, I don't have a good feeling about that though, but I do feel like, at least in the near future, it's kind of like both putting up a facade right now that you're going to be getting along. You might be the one putting more of an effort into that than they are. Once more. Okay, so pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Pick the first number that really sticks out in your head. That is listening to your intuition. Never second guess yourself. That is your ego. All right, if you picked 1. Wow. Wow. Okay, cool. So anyways, if you picked 1, on the surface, we've got the World. Beneath the surface, we've got the Empress, and the Empress was one of your advice cards that I reshuffled back into the deck. And your advice card, if you picked 1, is the Seven of Cups. So I feel like, okay, this you might be moving, right? But that's only for some of you. I feel like for a lot of you, you have come full circle and you're completing a particular phase of your life. And it's almost like you're completing the chapter of a book, or maybe completing a whole book and moving on to the next book. So there's a particular phase of your life where it's come full circle to completion. That is because you are so strong, you're so powerful, you really do care about yourself, and you are good at the self-love. You put yourself first. I mean, come on, you're coming up as the Queen, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, like very, very strong, very powerful, feminine energy, whether you're male or female. Like, come on, you definitely know how to, it doesn't matter. You know how to care about yourself. You know how to put yourself first. And I think that's why this is coming to an end of at least the way that things are. Your advice is the Seven of Cups. So I feel like you may be being lied to. You might be manipulated. Your emotions might be toyed with. You might be taken advantage of when you do give this offer of love or emotional connection. And yeah, literally, like, lies, deceit, illusion, trickery, manipulation, psychological mind games. You seriously need to be wary of that, because I feel like there's this cloud of confusion that someone's trying to put on you, but you need to really look at things clearly, okay? Because yeah, it's just part of this pattern that I feel like is, for, if you picked 1, definitely coming to an end. If you pick 2, all right, if you pick 2, we've got on the surface the Ten of Pentacles, beneath the surface the Ace of Wands, and your advice is the Nine of Cups. So if you pick 2, I feel like there's going to be a new opportunity, all right? And a new opportunity that makes you feel spiritual inspiration, like it makes you feel alive again. And it has to do with family. It has to do with security. It has to do with the end game of where you see your life on this planet with family. So this could be that it's like, if it is the same relationship for some of you, okay, then that means that it's like everything's going to change. It's going to be brand new, spiritually refreshed. Or this is a new relationship with a different person, okay? That's for you to decide. Your advice is the 9 of Cups. So you need to ask your heart what your heart wants, and you make that big wish and put it out there. Ask and ye shall receive. So you have to ask. Ask for your deepest heart's desire. It is okay to wish for a family, to wish for a new start, to wish for security and connection, right? So put that energy out there, because how are you supposed to get what you want if you don't even signal to the universe what it is that you want? So do that. And don't be afraid to ask for something that seems too big. It's not. Put that energy out there. Shoot for the stars and you'll reach the moon. If you pick 3, all right, if you picked 3, on the surface, we have got the 6 of Swords, beneath the surface, the Emperor, and your advice is the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like, to me, the Emperor, at least in, this context, is, and in the background, in this deck, the Wheel of Fortune is held by the Emperor. So that's cool because, people in the past used to think that, and maybe that royalty was like demigods or had divinely chosen by God. And maybe some royalty still thinks that, but I don't. And anyways, the point is, I feel like we've got here, this is kind of what you needed to really to happen, to really have healthy boundaries, to know what you want, to be true to yourself, to stand for your authentic truth, to be strong, to be solid. You're very experienced, and it's okay to you have the strength of what you need going into new territory. I feel like you're going into new territory, and even though sometimes it's stressful, you have the mental, spiritual capacity to be able to do this. This also might be kind of like the ending of a battle, or like you were away in a sense, not necessarily physically, but maybe you weren't yourself. Maybe you used to be so stressed and now you're kind of coming back to yourself, or maybe something difficult happened and you're kind of like at the last leg of finishing up that journey, the completion, all right? And your advice is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is saying, it's okay to embrace a new start, whether this is a new job, a new place that you're living, a new relationship, just a new start, a new direction in your life, new opportunities, okay? All right, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. All of that is in the information below. If you like the Kachina knife, let me know and I'll do it a little bit more. And make sure you're subscribed, because I do monthly and bi-monthly readings. And if you have nice things to write, then please do comment. If this resonated with you, tell me like what's going on with you and like what was this, like seriously, I love knowing what's going on. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. All right, secret bonus card. All right, Fool, take a risk. It is okay to embrace the youthful, childlike naivety and just go for it, go for it, go for it. Take a leap of faith. It's okay to start from ground zero again. You can do it. You've got a clean slate. Take this risk. Go for it. Have a great month. Bye.